Drift. All set to launch Drife-Auto. Drift is a decentralized ride-hailing platform built on blockchain technology and its first ever blockchain model to be implanted on the ground. The Drift application was launched on 20th November 2021 and currently operational in Bangalore, Karnataka, connecting drivers to riders. A tussle between the transport department and cab aggregators over auto rickshaw fares has left commuters in Bangalore in the lurch. Despite the government fixing minimum fares for auto rides, ride-hailing apps charge more than double the amount, with their fares soaring during peak demand.
Drife is a ride-sharing company. We are a blockchain-based ride-sharing company. We are already live with cab now. We have onboarded cabs and now we are coming up with an auto segment. The idea of Drife is very simple, that we want drivers to earn 100% of the fare that they deserve. All the ride-sharing companies that we know charges a lot of commission from the drivers. That in turn create a lot of problems for riders also, where they have to pay a lot of fares. Surge price is a very common example that we all know, where a lot of money is being taken from riders, which is never gone to be auto drivers or cab drivers. We started with cabs. Now all the drivers who work with Drife, they get access to 100% of the fare. At the same time, riders are also paying less fare as compared to other platforms. And we saw the same problem happening with auto industry also, with recent news about problem with the fare being very different that is being charged by ride-sharing companies, and how drivers are impacted and riders are also impacted by the same thing. We decided that it makes sense for us to come with auto as a segment as well, to give drivers in the auto segment also the money they deserve. So now we have started onboarding autos. Yeah, that's about us. Important difference about us is we don't work on a commission model. That means every 100 rupees that you pay for a ride, that money goes directly to driver. We don't charge anything from the fare, and that is where all the problem happen, because when you have a profit motive, that's where you exploit the ecosystem for your profit motive. They start to exploit both drivers and riders to make more money, and that's where we don't charge anything from the fare. So driver earn everything that they deserve to earn. That's the biggest differentiator. But most importantly, there's a problem that is always spoken about, that drivers don't know details of the ride, where they are going, how much they are getting paid. With Drife, we bring transparency in place, where you get to know all the details before you accept the ride. So there's a willful acceptance. In Bangalore specifically, we have seen the problems of ride getting cancelled after getting accepted, because drivers don't want to go to a specific location. With Drife, you know the detail of the ride before you accept the ride, so there is no chance of cancellation, and driver won't call you and ask you. That is what we are doing.
Where you can track the rides, where you can track which driver is where, how many drivers are online, which part of the city they are online. So all of that is there in an admin portal.
So we can track them.
Yes.
And our support team, takes care of that. So we track where they are. If there are any, we've got emergency and SOS buttons on the applications. So if you want, you can, call out for an emergency. We can immediately track where the drivers are, where the car is.
So as soon as there's an SOS button, if any SOS emergency situation that occurs, we get an alert. We try to get in contact with both.
So there is also a callback and a support function in the app. So driver, in fact, a lot of times driver call us and we immediately call them back. We have a driver team, so which immediately calls them back for any issues which is related to payment, onboarding, app issues. So if there is anything wrong with the app, it's if there is anything wrong, so they call for the app also. So similarly, they can also call with issues on the ride. So there's a callback.
And most importantly, we have control centers in different parts of the city. If there is any issue, and if we get to know the issue is critical, we make sure we send our people also on immediate basis. In 1 year successfully we are running cab operations, and like Firdaus said, it's very important to enter into auto segment, because it's kind of going on in the same route of exploitation. So we try to ease this situation by charging a very minimum subscription and make sure this auto segment to prosper.